Midfielder Elliot has signed a one-year deal after getting the nod ahead of some handy applicants. Caitlin Knight has more.
Sealed with a handshake. Elliot Jones now in the hot seat.
There's a lot of talent, but along with the talent, these guys are really committed and they're not afraid of hard work. And I think with those two ingredients, you can go a long way.
Jones is Murray United's fourth coach, replacing James Coots, who recently joined Gold Coast United. While Jones will be given time to settle in, the club certainly has long-term hopes for the former Albury United playmaker.
At this stage, it's a 12-month deal, but options are there. So for Elliot, it's about together testing the waters and how we go. But look, being a local, we'd like to see Elliot coach for the next 5 years.
Jones already has one eye on recruiting and suggested, tongue-in-cheek, that he'd make a play for Myrtleford striker Matt Park.
I'll be looking to speak to a number of players from Orpha. I think that coach at Myrtleford's pretty handy, but not sure if we get him because they might make him the mayor down there after his couple of years.
Pre-season for juniors and seniors will start in November. Caitlin Knight, 9 News.
A $21 million state-of-the-art sporting complex has opened in Shepparton. The facility includes a revamped athletics track, multi-purpose fields for hockey and soccer and netball courts.
This sporting facility does two things. It is a huge attractor for visitors to our region, but also provides a great legacy for our sporting fraternity as well.
The redeveloped site is already attracting major supporting events.
It's a huge night for Shepparton, with the city hosting an A-League friendly between Melbourne City and the Western Sydney Wanderers. Ashley Kanowski is there. Ash, how many people have turned up?
Nate, the crowds are just starting to roll in here at Shepparton for what's set to be a cracker match here tonight. Big names like Tim Cahill and Luke Bratton are among those expected to draw a crowd of about 3,000 football fans. It's not the first time the Greater Shepparton City Council has hosted a match like this. Melbourne City's previously played friendlies in the region against the Wellington Phoenix in 2011 and the Goulburn North East Football Association All-Stars in 2013. Everyone seems to be pretty excited about the match. Kick-off is in about 45 minutes and we spoke to one of the players a short time ago.
Well, we're a couple of weeks out from the season, so really these are the kind of games where you look to refine yourself and see how you're going to go leading into the season. Hugely exciting. There's been a buzz around Greater Shepparton all week actually, and today the excitement was palatable.
It might be a pre-season match, but both sides plan to leave it all out on the field. Melbourne City will play Brisbane Roar next month in the A-League season opener. Nath?
Thanks very much for that, Ash.
You are watching Sideliners, and joining us soon is Alen Stajcic. He's the coach of the Matildas and he is really pushing them up onto the top of world football. Let's take a look at one of the great stories of their two-game series against Brazil.
It was wonderful to be there on Saturday, see a 15,000 strong crowd, and the game is extremely entertaining.
My name's Katie. I am a soccer fan. I have been for quite a while. I went to the Matildas game with my brother and came up with the idea at putting electrical tape on the back of our jerseys to alter the numbers. She's number 20 and Lucas Neal is number 2, so it worked very well. Richie got snapped and became a bit of a Twitter hero.
Sam Kerr posted it to her page and she said, "Who is this guy? I've got to give him my jersey." We are very excited because today we're going to go to Newcastle to see the Matildas again play Brazil.
And we're going to meet Sam Kerr.
Matildas riding a 7-game unbeaten run. Just look at this crowd on a school night in the Hunter.
Number 20!
Good delivery. Kerr! Oh, she's done it again! Sam Kerr with another header. And it's back to 1-1. Onside Lagazo. Great ball in. Sam Kerr up the double. There's the backflip. Australia head over heels about this team, about this player, about this superstar.
They just won. They just won. It was 3-1 and then 3-2. It was looking touch and go, but they've won. So we're very happy about that.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for...
Awesome. When I see it, I was like, that was awesome. I'm going to give you a match jersey because I would love for you to have one of mine.
Oh my gosh.
But there you go. You want me to sign it or you can wear it next time you...
Sam Kerr's definitely... Well, she's her own player.
She wants to be the Ronaldo of the women's game, and I think she's going to do it.
I think they're wonderful spectacles and encourage anybody to go along and watch a women's game.
Story. The Matildas are certainly the hottest ticket in town, and the mastermind behind their on-field performance joins us now. It's the coach, Alen Stajcic. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
You must be sitting back as the coach feeling a tremendous amount of pride, but there has been a lot of hard work to get us to the point where everybody is talking about the Matildas.
Yeah, of course, it's been a long journey. Look, I've been involved for 15 years now, coach of this team for 3 years now, but I know how hard we've all worked behind the scenes, as does every elite sports person. But to finally get some rewards, as you said, it's a really proud moment for us, and more so off the field, to have those sell-out crowds and have over 30,000 people come and watch our team. It's just a tremendous boost for our sport, our code, for women's football, and more important, for our country.
And the fact that you've got a group of girls who are quite young, in their early 20s, and they could potentially, Sam Kerr being one of them, Caitlin Ford another, they could be playing for the next 10 years together. So this is just growing momentum, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. My motto is always, let's keep them happy, healthy and fit. And at the moment, they're going along well. And we know how hard the journey is going to be. Football's not a sport where 2 or 3 countries play. There's over 150 countries that play, and it's a religion in virtually every other country around the world. So we have to do everything right in Australia to ensure that we stay at the top of the game. And we're not near the top of the tree yet. We're only number 6 in the world, and our goal is
pretty
number
damn
1.
good.
Pretty good. And you know what? You touched on a good point. It is a truly international sport, and it's good that the Aussies fans are starting to know that. The girls have worked so hard. And Brazil's obviously a powerhouse in the sport. Were you disappointed when, after the match in Newcastle, when the girls went to shake the hands of the Brazilian teammates and they basically just snubbed them? It was really strange behaviour.
Yeah, look, I wouldn't expect that from our team. So at the end of the day, that's all we can control, and we know how we play sport and how we want to see our athletes presented, and, that's unacceptable for our team. But, you obviously have to take it in context of Brazil. It really is a religion over there. There's 200 million people who are watching these girls play their football over there, and, obviously that they've taken a hit to their pride, and sometimes they probably don't show it in the right way, but you could just see the amount of passion and emotion that both teams had for a friendly game, which isn't really a friendly. So I guess that was the outcome. It's not great, but they're elite athletes plying their trade, and sometimes, we don't do the right thing.
What you said about how many people actually play in Brazil and how big the game is, and our girls won 3-2. It's just awesome.
It's so great.
Amazing.
And it's wonderful seeing this focus towards the Matildas, but there has been special focus towards Sam Kerr, who's just so incredible. How are the team, and specifically Sam, dealing with the fact that they're just getting so much more attention now? They're just taking it in their strides. Is it a bit strange? Look at her go. She's so great.
Yeah, well, Sam's a bit of a freak. We've known about Sam for a long time. The first time I met her, she was 13 or 14 years old, just tearing teams apart at that age at national titles, and nothing's really changed. The thing that's probably changed with her is she's developed a little bit of maturity, and as a result, she's become so much more consistent. She's been able to back it in, game out, whereas before she was a sort of hit and miss player. She'd have a good game, produce a special moment, and then wouldn't do it for another 4 or 5 weeks. But the confidence she's brought back to the team is amazing.
Yeah.
I know all the players. Players around the world are just tracking her progress, and she's brought so much more belief and confidence back into the team.
Alen, how are you with the backflip? Because obviously it's a crowd favourite, but there are lots of sport people from many different codes who injure themselves in their goal celebration. How are you with that?
Yeah, look, I'll be happy if she does them every time she scores a double or a hat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only condition on that.
Yeah, well, I know that you have a full team of extraordinarily talented players, but if you need someone on the bench, I don't know if you've ever thought of Britney Spears, because she's also got her own skills going on there.
I didn't know she could do that.
Oh, look at that. Or maybe after Sam's finished up with soccer, she could go to Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. We're looking to build our depth, and I'm sure she'll look for a career post-football.
Now, Sam is also up for a FIFA award, and she's up against some pretty fantastic players. And one of the things that you've been trying to impress upon everybody is we're talking about women's football, but it's football, not about men or women. And Sam, I guess, being in this final for the Player of the Year for FIFA gives you a chance to really prove that point. Can she win it?
Yeah, of course she can. It's pretty amazing, almost surreal to think an Aussie kid is up for FIFA Player of the Year. You know, when you think about all the players who are going to be there, she'll be sitting next to Lionel Messi and Ronaldo, and players who are worth in men's football $300 or $400 million, probably more combined. So to think that she's at that level in relative terms, and look, she's just beginning. She's 24 years old. She's got the world at her feet, and if she can keep improving along with our team, then the world's going to be her oyster.
They will be sitting next to Sam Kerr, and I think we have to keep that in perspective. She's amazing. So too are the Matildas. Alen, congratulations on harnessing the talent of our Australian female football players, and we look forward to seeing them going from strength to strength, heading towards Tokyo 2020.
Thank you. Appreciate your support. Thanks.
Everybody, please thank Alen.